Project REACH identifies over 200 children and youth for program and district each year.
Two years ever since my parents died. Sometimes kids come here and make fun of me and call me names. Every day I walk further to find a place to live.
Hi, my name is Beth O'Keefe. I work for St. Paul Public Schools for a program called Project REACH. We're a Title I homeless program for the District of St. Paul, and REACH stands for Realizing the Educational Achievement of Children Experiencing Homelessness. We're something called a Title I McKinney-Vento program. McKinney-Vento is a law that all school districts must abide by. School districts are responsible for having a homeless liaison. Every district must have one. And the federal law stipulates that school districts must bus or otherwise provide transportation for children experiencing homelessness back to their school of origin, so children do not have to move school to school while their families are experiencing a housing crisis. We want to do this because children who have to change schools during a school year tend to lose educational value, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want kids to have to go school to school. I think that I've worked for this program for 5 years now, and it has been a big eye-opener to me how many homeless youth there really are in our metro areas. The impact on me is that after working in this field for 5 years, I work a lot harder on a broader level, like on a more macro level at the state capitol, and through advocacy agencies to try to raise awareness of the general public that homelessness does not just mean a single man or woman on the street, maybe with the sign. I think that's what a lot of people think of when they think of homelessness. So we work specifically with families, and on the school level, the school social worker is probably working directly with the children, although I do work with homeless youth myself, so I'll come to the schools or other places to meet the homeless youth and work with them directly. What we're providing families and children and homeless youth is transportation, of course, because we're required to do so, but also boy, that's a happy day. That's a really happy day when families get rehoused. Sometimes even just seeing families get into shelter and knowing they're going to be someplace safe, that they can stay for a while. So that's a really good feeling. We work with our community partners to provide things like move-in kits, cleaning supplies. Homeless children are being exposed to trauma, and as we become more trauma informed, we understand that trauma is impacting a children's brain, and that that brain impact and the experience of trauma and stress lowers a child's ability to be able to constructively learn. Their brain is going to be wired for being extremely on edge, very stressed. It's kind of the fight or flight place to be in your brain when you're under stress, and they're losing precious time to be children, to be supported by their community, and be able to learn. I mean that's one of the saddest things to watch in a child. A child should be supported and feel that the community is there for them. We do not want children to be growing up with this kind of trauma and stress. I would like to see every child have the opportunity to blossom into the wonderful person that they can be. I would like to see every child have complete access to education so that they can forward themselves and become contributing community members. And in order to do that, every child needs to have a place that they call home every night. That the biggest help that we can have is for the community to see this as a issue and to raise that issue up to the level of talking to our representatives and talking to each other.